Are you happy we're
Well,
back? Because I'm happy we're back.
Hi everyone, it's Lindsay,
And I'm Sammy.
and this is everyone's favorite BL podcast.
BL buddies.
Woo! I tripped myself up. I was like, "Oh, I remember."
You got cocky. You got
I
cocky.
got
I
cocky.
know it's
I
been a
get cocky
while.
too
It's
fast.
it's
It's
been
been
a
a while.
while. It
It's
has
been
been.
it's been a very exhausting time since coming back from Korea, guys.
Yeah, it literally has. Like, no lie. We got back from Korea, and 2 days later, I walked into my office to mass layoffs.
Mhm.
And then 2 weeks after that, my husband had a stroke. So it's been a wild ride for the last
Mhm.
month-ish, but we're here for the final, last hurrah of this year, and the
Yes.
end of our third season this month, everything like
Yep.
that. But yeah, crazy. We will be talking about Korea. We promise at some point.
Yes. At
Korea
some
will
point.
be a topic for us. Maybe it'll be like the kickoff of our next season.
Oh yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah, so we can talk about all the craziness that we experienced in Korea because it was a wild and fun ride. But today we're doing our final thoughts on Kiseki. Was there more to that
It,
title? Is it
it is. It's
Kiseki?
Kiseki, dear to me.
Dear to me, that's it. I knew I forgot a
Yeah.
part of it. Um, and Lindsay, you kick it off. What did you think? What did you
Okay, so I usually am a fan of the main or the side couple, and to me, I enjoyed both couples in different ways.
Okay.
I I like even like in the like throwing it back to Untamed. I am not a fan
You? No.
of like being in the present and then going back to the past and then coming back to the present. It like frustrates me sometimes. Like I
Mhm.
understand we need to know what happened.
Yeah.
And side note, I'm watching that 20 special episode of The Untamed. And it actually doesn't start in the present, it starts in the past and then it goes into the present. So it
Mm.
threw me off watching that first episode because I was like, what? I'm so confused.
Yeah.
But yes, anyway, um, I definitely like seeing like their relationship grow, like both of them, both Bai and Fan Z Root.
I
Is that
don't
how
know
you
their
say it?
names. I can't. Like, Taiwanese names are very hard for me to try and
Okay,
pronounce.
so yeah, the older was Fan, Bai was the chef, Chen was the mafia heir, and then ID was the cute little blonde.
I loved him. I loved
He
him.
was like he was too cute to be in the mob.
Right? He felt like,
Like,
yeah, no, I get it. He's like, he was just like, especially when like his love interest would
mhm.
like pick him up and he'd be like kicking and screaming like a child. And you're like, wait. Like, you kill people? I don't see that. Like,
And
I
then when
don't
he
get
like
that
is
one.
like in the car like trying to like run over that guy, I was like, this is so oh hello Stella.
Getting
This is so
attacked.
I'm like your face is too cute
Yeah,
for me to take you
exactly.
serious. Oh, oh my God, Stella Artois. This
Ah,
kid,
oh my
she
gosh.
is ridiculous.
She's so
Um,
funny.
I did enjoy the older couple too. They were very sweet.
Yeah. But I feel like
Um,
they kind of left us hanging with them
oh, because
with
he was
like
sick.
he was sick and you're like, "Oh, like
Yeah,
what's happening?" And then you
yeah,
realize like, okay, basically the guy's leaving the
right,
mob to like
right.
be with him for his last however long he has kind of
No,
thing.
I don't think did the guy know that he was sick?
Here's my thing about
It
it.
made it seem at the end that he didn't know because he was hiding the blood.
See, my thing is I felt like he was trying to hide it, but the other
But he
guy
knew.
already knew and was like
Right.
trying to like let him believe that he didn't know kind of
And
thing.
that's kind of why he probably decided to leave and be with him as long
Exactly.
as he possibly could. Yeah,
Exactly.
that makes sense.
Yeah. I
Um,
I have to say, like, I'm the side couple girl. I loved them
mhm.
more, But I did
Mhm.
really enjoy the main couple. I thought their meet
Mhm.
cute was really interesting. It was very different than most that I've seen or, have
Mhm.
watched recently. So I really enjoyed like essentially the blackmail of the
Yeah.
knife being like, well, you touched
Your
this.
prints
This
are
is
on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna be blamed if this happens and everything. And, I really enjoyed that whole thing. I
Mhm.
feel like, and I see it a lot in Asian dramas in general, that kids will like go and leave their families to go to high school.
Oh, yeah, I've noticed
Which
that too.
I mean, we've never like if you go
Mm-mm.
to school in like your region and you
Unless
have
you go to a boarding school.
boarding school or like a
Yeah.
private like Catholic
Yeah.
whatever, but again, it's still in your area where you're living at home. You're not
Oh, no.
leaving.
I grew up around a boarding school that had dorms.
Yeah, boarding schools, yes.
Oh,
We
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
boarding schools here, but I'm saying like private Catholic like
Oh, I went to that. We didn't have
exactly.
that. Yeah, no.
Exactly. You went to those private schools in your area. You didn't go
Mhm.
out of your like town and live somewhere
Right.
else so that you can that's like a thing I'm still getting used to in
Mhm.
Asian dramas because I'm like, we would never do that.
We would
That's
never
2
do that.
houses you have to pay rent on if you think about
Right?
it. Like, what? And a lot of the times these people are poor that are
Mhm.
doing this. So I'm like, how does that work? That
Mhm.
kind of thing. But I really I loved, the idea that he was this super smart kid
Mhm.
who, didn't have a lot of friends, but he had friends
Mhm.
and he meets this guy and he's like so focused on going to med school and whatnot, but then when this guy asks him for a strawberry cake, he
I
becomes obsessed
know.
with like making the best
I
strawberry
know. When he
cake.
does this chef thing, when he opens his bakery.
I love that
I
when he
really
yeah, go ahead.
I felt so bad when he lost his short-term memory.
Yeah,
I'm like, he had and I think that's why Fan kind of tried to stay away from him is because he felt like he ruined his life,
yeah, yeah, he
and
even
he
said
thought it would
that.
get better. Yeah,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
you're like, "No, Bai is waiting for you." Like, you're
Mhm.
actually kind of ruining his life by not being with him.
Yeah.
And I have to say, when Fan in, like, the present tense, when they did the side cut and that haircut on him, I was like, "Yeah, no, that looks good."
I love it. Yeah,
And that girl gave me, like, weird vibes the whole time, and I was like, "Oh, fuck."
yeah, for I didn't
Spoilers! Spoiler
yeah,
alert!
spoiler alert. At first in like the high school scenario, I didn't really see it. I didn't see that coming. And then like when she
Yeah.
came back, I was kind of like, what a random callback to the past. Like she didn't really
Mhm.
play a part in the past.
Mhm.
So I kind of had that like ding ding ding, something's up with her
Mhm.
kind of thing. Where I was like, okay, something's gonna happen here. I did not think it was gonna be that, in all honesty. I didn't
Mhm.
think she was gonna be, the guy's sister,
Sister
the
of that, yeah.
mob's, yeah. And then speaking of that, I loved all of the
The cameos.
freaking
Mm,
cameos. This was like the king of cameos. There
it
were
was, and they were
so
done well.
and they were done like it wasn't just like, what was the one we watched? Was it June and June? June and June had the two characters just randomly walk in, like two Thai BL
Oh,
artists
yeah, yeah,
just walk
yeah.
in. You're like, what was the point of that 3-second scene? Like there was no logic to it.
Mhm.
They all played some part in the story
Yep.
and like play. So you had the guys from
Aaron, Lai, and
yes,
Hank.
Beloved in
Oh,
House. That was a great one.
and
Beloved in
I think I
House.
loved how they were both, like, gangsters, and, like,
Hmm.
Hank went from, like, that beloved in house character to this guy who, like, keeps Aaron Lai's character, like, in
Yeah,
line, and I was
yeah.
like, "This is hilarious." He's like, "Enough," and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, and
what?"
like Aaron lies this like ditzy guy when he was like the bossy CEO, like standoffish and beloved. That one
It
was
was
great.
great.
And then the two, which was the mob, the like ex mob, whatever he was, and
Yeah.
one of his compatriots were
Mhm.
from history, Make Our Days Count, which, I'm getting sick of these two specifically because if you're not gonna watch it because it's a sad one,
No.
like, they need to stop putting these 2, like, in things together because it breaks my heart every time I see them, and it just is like,
They need to
"Stop."
give them a new series of happy
Exactly, bring
endings.
them yes, bring them a new series so that we can get the happy ending, and then
You had the grooms
the
that
grooms.
were getting married.
Who were the 2 getting married?
It was Leo, Kai, and Akai. Akai.
T
Yeah, because there were the 2 men getting married. They were
Trying the
in Jump
cake?
the Boy. No, 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 they were getting married in front of the thing, and the main couple was, like, seeing them and, like, congratulating them on being married.
Oh, yeah, 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 okay.
They're from Jump the Boy.
I don't think I watched that one.
Mm.
And then there was the couples from Plus Minus, which
Mhm.
was
The cake shop guys.
the 2 cake shop guys, and then the ones in the bar, the long-haired
Oh,
boy,
yes, Zhang
those
Keely.
yeah, there was them, and then the another kid from History, the stepbrother, the creepy stepbrother trope that I
Mm.
absolutely despised. He was in that. He was, Feng's, the guy who, like, helped him get out at the
Mm.
end. So he
Oh, right, 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 right.
there was I mean, there were so many. There were just
So
so many.
many.
It was amazing. It was just like one
It was
after the other. It was great.
yeah,
I loved all the cameos, and again, they all played a part. They all had a point,
right. They
which
all
I
made sense.
exactly, which I loved. I thought they were
And they
just
even kind of threw it back to Iron Lai and Hank because when the older couple was leaving, he said, "Let's go to
let's
Japan
go to
and visit."
Japan.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
visit them.
Yep.
So I was like, "Oh, it's funny that they're kind of throwing it." I'm like, "Are they gonna have a spin-off
Oh my
in Japan?"
god, that would be great.
Oh,
That would be great. There
the two
is
of
a
them?
Kiseki happening in Japan, but I'm pretty sure it's Thai.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with Aaron
Yeah.
or Hank.
No, no, I don't think it has nothing to do, but it's, like, weird that 2 Kisekis are coming out within, like, the
Yeah,
same
people were talking about that, and I
it
was
looks
like,
weird. It doesn't I don't get that one.
yeah,
But
a
this
lot of
one,
people aren't excited about it.
I really I loved the second couple, and I loved when he's, like when the
Did you know that I haven't watched Plus and Minus, but Aaron and Hank are in Plus and Minus?
yes, they come in to get a divorce.
Oh. Oh,
They
really?
yeah, yeah. It was that was a cute episode, but it's a really good show. I highly suggest Plus
Mm,
Minus. It was really
I'll
good.
have to watch that.
Um, but yeah, I really love the second couple. Like I said, I'm a second lead. Or I'm a second
Mhm.
couple girl. I
I cried when they showed him doing the birthday by himself.
oh my god, yes. And then
That
showing all
heartstring
of the birthdays, like when
yeah.
he like finds
Yeah,
all the
that whole
presents.
montage.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
he finds all his presents and realizes this kid has been having their birthdays by himself.
I
Oh my god, it
know.
broke me. That absolutely broke me.
Broke me.
I
And then
felt
when he was like,
so bad.
"I knew it was you," and we had sex. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. That was crazy, and then, like, I just really loved that kid. Like, he
Mhm.
reminded me of, what's his name? My god, now I'm not gonna remember, and they're redoing it. Cherry Magic. He
Oh,
gave me the
yeah.
same vibes as that blondie, like, so young that you were
Mhm.
like, "Wait, what?" But then he was like
Yeah.
this you were like, "He's" because like, Cherry Magic, he's the top, and you're like,
Right.
"Him? Really?" That
Really?
guy that's, like, how I pictured this too. I was like, "Wait, what? No
I
way."
mean,
Like,
when
he's such a child.
he's so little.
Yeah. He was so tiny. Even, like, when they were, like, they had their, like, bed scene, and he's, like, straddling him, he's so tiny compared to the other guy. I'm like,
Sorry, Lewis, no offense to you, but you
yeah,
are just
yes.
adorable.
But oh, speaking of those 2, I can't remember who sent it to us on Instagram. They DM'd
Mhm.
us. They sent us a video of them in Thailand. Did you see the video they sent us? So
No.
they were in Thailand and these girls recognized them. And so they're waving at them and the 2 of them are like, "Hi." And they're like, "We loved your show." And they're like, "Oh, like you've watched our show." They were so confused that people outside of Taiwan like watched their show.
No, their show?
And they were like talking to them for a while, like asking, "Oh, like what's your name?" It was so,
Oh,
like it was so funny, like, and I can't remember who sent it to us, but they're like, "It's funny that they don't realize that they're famous."
that's like everyone talks about Stray Kids, how Stray Kids seems to forget that they're
Exactly, exactly. That's literally it was so cute because they were just
Oh
like, "Why are these people waving at us?" And they're just, like, waving. It
my god. I
was
mean, you
so
have to
cute.
admit, Kiseki, Dear to Me was probably one of the best BLs in the year so far.
I would agree. I would put it in
Mhm.
my top
I
5
would
for
top.
this
I'd
year.
rewatch it. I think
Oh,
it is great.
absolutely. It was, yeah, definitely a fave.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was going into I
Oh,
think
yeah, I didn't
initially,
either.
like, I just people were talking about it a lot, and I have
Yep.
to say I've fallen so far off the Thai BL train,
Yeah.
like, I don't none of them have captured me recently,
Mhm.
like, I've tried. I really
Yeah.
have tried, and just, I'll start them and I lose interest because
Mhm.
I don't know, there's something they first of all, I feel like they're always so rushed. They
Yes.
always just jump into, like, the crazy, and you're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." Like, let's build
But
up to that.
they're also longer than Korean ones.
Exactly, exactly.
And
They're longer
Korean ones,
Korean
you're
time.
like,
Yeah, yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. And then, like, one thing I will kind of say I was frustrated with this particular show, I felt the ending was rushed, and I feel like all
"Oh, yeah.
BLs, not even, you know what? I won't even say just BLs, a lot of
Mhm.
Asian dramas, minus
Mhm.
Chinese. Chinese, they tell you
Yeah,
75
50 episodes."
episodes. You don't need it doesn't feel rough. But I feel like they constantly rush endings.
Mm.
And they don't like, wow, yeah, okay, it kind of wrapped up everything we needed for it to wrap up. I also feel like you kind of just were like, "Well, here you go, done." And you're like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa. There was a lot that happened
Mhm.
prior to this. Like, I want you to fix these
Yep.
things that you had kind of going."
I will say too, I love Bai's dad and sister.
Yes. Mhm.
His dad was so cute and just
Mhm.
so loving, and when, like, Finn was like, I'm afraid," and he's like, "Come back to our family, like, my son loves you so much that you're actually hurting him by staying
Yeah.
away."
Yeah.
And then they just, like, and him and the sister just welcomed them back, and I was like, "This is so
Yeah.
sweet."
Yeah. I did really like them. I did. I think I was a little confused by Feng's,
That guy.
his whole relationship with the mob in
Oh,
general.
yeah. Yeah.
Because, like, in the beginning, they were explaining it as he was the bastard. Like, he
Right.
wasn't really, like, part of the team, but they would accept him because he technically was, like, he was the mistress's
Mhm.
son and whatnot, and, like, he had
Mhm.
to play dumb, and he had to, not be as smart as the
As the heir.
son and yada, yada,
Yeah.
yada, and then, like, did we ever meet the heir?
I thought that was the guy that was with him, like, the whole, like, when Bai's trying to get him.
See, I was confused, I didn't know if that was him or not.
I thought that was him because he appeared with the grandfather a lot of times. Or was that his dad?
See, that's the other thing. Well, I don't think the dad no, because I think because he was trying to, like, blackmail the grandfather essentially to get out of the mob.
Right.
And then that whole thing was a little confusing to me too, of, like, they don't really want him there, but they're gonna keep him because why? Why? They, like,
Yeah,
hate him.
yeah.
Like, they didn't want him to move
Okay,
up in the
he
mob.
okay, Ziru is the heir's older half brother. So Fan Ziru was actually the older half brother. So he was the eldest, but because he was a bat, like, not born of the married couple, he wasn't, I guess, in line.
Yeah, it was really confusing, that little plot detail point.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't explain it well enough for me to, like, really grasp it.
Yeah, he has his younger half. Yeah, he's his younger half brother.
Yeah.
So I guess, like, yeah, I guess he had to act stupid and like not be in it because he's
Yeah, but then
technically
they like
older,
yeah,
but he's
but then
not the
they
full heir.
yeah, but then they wanted him there. Like that's what's
Yeah,
confusing is they made it sound like they didn't want him to be part of the mob and they kept trying to push him out. At least that's what I felt like when they were in the past. And then once
yeah,
he like, you know, did whatever he did and lost his memory and whatnot and, came to the future. And like if we were
yeah,
in the future, it was like they were all gung ho about him being in it and
yeah,
he
in the
wanted out.
family.
Like I was
Right.
that was a little confusing to me. Didn't really get
Yeah.
that. But all in all,
Yeah.
I genuinely loved the show.
BL
I
plot hole.
Yeah, BL plot holes, gotta love them.
BL plot
But I
hole.
loved the show.
I did too.
I wish there was a I say this. There was enough action. And I'm usually not an action person. I almost wanted a little more action with like the fighting and everything because it was
Oh.
the mob, but I thought it was okay with that. I loved all the cameos that were in that. Like
Yeah. The cameos were just
I feel like I'm missing some, but honestly, there were so many. I was so happy to see all those cameos. Like
mhm.
I I just want more. I just want more cameos. They were
Give
so
us
good.
cameos.
Yeah. Taiwan always does them and they always do them best.
Well,
They
yeah.
always do them well. They always cuz
I can say
again, they make them make sense.
mhm.
So, that's why I like
They're not just
them.
thrown in there.
Yeah, cuz who else what was it? Um Why Are You had
Mhm.
the Korean version had the 2
Mhm.
Thai boys that you barely even remembered were in the original Why Are You,
Yeah, because
and
I
they had
honestly, you
no
even said that, and I
point
was like, "What
to
are you
the
talking
plot,
about?"
and they had no point to the plot. They were just there every now and again for no reason. Like, give
Probably
them
because
a reason.
they didn't have anything to do in the original.
Yeah, they were like, give them some just, like, have them say some lines here. Like,
Yeah.
just get them to speak some Korean. Throw it in there. Like, it
Throw
was
it in here.
yeah, that was so random. That was so random, that one. But,
Uh,
yeah, and that's what I like about the Taiwanese ones is they actually make sense to the plots. These people, like, whatever. And even if they don't, like, necessarily have plot points, they make sense
right.
showing up. Like, I think in what was it? In Beloved in House, the kid from
Mhm.
History Make Our Days Counts, he runs into him as he's like going to chase after, his love or whatever. He bumps into him and the guy looks at him. He's like,
Mhm.
he better be running to something important or he must be running to his something. And it was like, that was cute. It was like, whatever. It wasn't necessary, but it was fun. It was cute. I liked that.
Mhm.
But yeah, so what did you guys think of
Kiseki,
Kiseki,
dear.
Dear to Me? How many episodes was it? I feel like it was an odd number. I wanna say it was, like,
On
13?
I think so. Oh wait, that's weird. Not. Oh, here it is. Okay, that was what? Why aren't you? Oh, that's weird. I'm on BL Watcher,
Uh,
and I don't. They don't have anything
let's
about
see.
it. It is 13 episodes, and it's an
Yeah.
8.1 out of 10. Yes, because
Really?
it's so
That's
good.
low.
I know. I thought it would be more than that, considering how many people love it.
Yeah.
Because
That's pretty
like I was on X,
X. Oh my
and
god.
like a lot of people put that it was their favorite Taiwanese.
Yeah. Oh, I would yeah. I like I said, it was definitely in my top 5 of
Yeah,
2023 for sure.
yeah,
For sure. I
very
really
much
enjoyed
so.
it. Makes me wanna go to Taiwan.
Do you
At
guys also know what happens this December? Park Seong Ham comes out of military duty.
Oh, shit. I feel like I keep seeing him post on Instagram, though. Are you sure he's not
He
out
is.
already?
They said he was officially released in December. That's what I thought I read.
Wow. I was like, "What is happening
But
in
give
December?"
us semantic error too, or something with them together again.
Yeah, I would happily take them together again, for sure. Um,
I was like, wait, isn't he out this month?
that's so great. Yep. Come tomorrow, it'll be December, which is
It'll be
crazy.
December. crazy.
Crazy.
This month went by really fast, it's terrifying.
Very fast, very fast.
Very fast.
You know what? I think it's honestly I lost track of time after he had a stroke.
Mm.
After Danny had the
Oh,
stroke,
yeah.
because we were in the hospital for about a week,
Mhm.
and that was like just I was just in a hospital, like sleeping
Mhm.
on a chair for a
I
week.
know, I'm like, "Girl, did you go home?" You're like, "No." I'm like, "You need
Nope.
to go home and
Nope,
sleep in
I
your
did not go
bed."
home. Absolutely not. I was like, "Nope, I will stay here." And like, it was funny, not funny. They were like, "Yeah, we can send you down to the general," because he had to be in the ICU for the first
Mhm.
day whenever
Yep.
they gave him this like crazy shot or whatever. Sorry, this is totally off topic, but they gave him this shot and whatever. And then like they were like, "Yeah, we can send you down to the general wing, but it's kind of busy right now." So we were literally in the ICU in a happy little room all by ourselves for like 3 or 4 days. And then they
Mhm.
finally said like we could go down to the general, and the guy he was roommates with was the biggest a-hole
Ugh.
ever, ever. Like,
Ugh.
he was so rude to all the nurses. He was like, "No, you're not taking my blood. You're not doing this." Then and I'm like, "Then why are you here, dude? Like, why are you in the hospital if
Mm.
you won't let them run the tests to make sure you're okay?"
Right.
Oh my god, they were just it was so ridiculous. It was yeah, he was such an a-hole. And then like he was blaring TV the whole day, like till he went to sleep at whatever, blaring his TV. I was like, "Jesus, dude." So,
Ugh.
God, I hated him. Anyway, that's not related
I
to
hate
Kiseki, but
I hate
um
him.
yeah, all in all, I genuinely loved Kiseki. It's one of
Yes,
my tops for this year for sure.
very much so.
Um and what did you guys think of it? We'd love to hear you.
Yeah.
And are you happy we're
My
back? Because I'm happy we're back. Like, woof, woof. It's been a wild ride. It's been a wild ride.
Yeah.
Um, we are thankful for all of you and very
Yes.
grateful that you're still here, still
Yes.
liking us and listening to us. And uh,
Mhm.
yeah, that's really it. We'll see you in the next episode.
Yes.
Bye,
See you guys.
guys.